Now we have the protection of colloids. As you all know that we have two type of colloids, one is the lyophilic, other is the lyophobic. So that means in this colloid they don't have actually the affinity for each other, the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium. But here what we get to see that dispersed phase have an affinity for dispersion medium. So here we can protect, this method is actually used for the lyophobic colloids. So what is going to happen when we what we are going to see that the lyophilic can actually protect the lyophobic ones. How? Suppose this is my lyophobic colloids in which the dispersed phase and the dispersion medium, they don't have any affinity for each other. Now what I am going to do, I am going to add a lyophilic colloid to this. So what, as you know that lyophilic particles or the colloids, they have affinity for water. So what they are going to do, they are actually going to form a film around the dispersed phase of lyophobic colloids, so that they can act, or you can say they actually, by doing so, they shield they shield the dispersed phase that don't have the affinity for, or you can say they don't have the love for the dispersion medium, and in doing so they are actually stabilizing the colloid, or you can say they are just protecting the colloids, because we know that the lyophobic, they don't have love for the dispersion medium, but the lyophilic has. So what we did, we added the lyophilic colloid, and the lyophilic actually form a film around it because they have the affinity for dispersion medium, and by doing so they are actually shielding the particles of lyophobic ones, right. So this is our protection of colloids. And the last topic is emulsifier. So what do we mean by emulsifier? As we already did when we were classifying the colloids on the basis of the physical states, we did that the liquid colloidal solutions is called as emulsions. The liquid colloidal solutions are emulsion. So sometime what we get to see, like when we mix two immiscible liquids or partially miscible liquid, we see they don't get mixed up with each other, the emulsion is not stable. So in that case what we can do is we can add a substance to it which can just stabilize the emulsion. I repeat, which can just stabilize the emulsion. Suppose I have oil and water. We know that when we are going to mix oil and water, obviously it is an emulsion, but this emulsion is not stable because oil, the dispersed phase, do not get dissolved with the given water. So, but we can just stabilize the emulsion by adding a emulsifier, So in that case, the emulsifier can be soap, can be gum, likewise. So what it is going to do, suppose I have a beaker and here is my oil. And as we know that oil particle is not having a love for dispersion medium. So here what I have added a soap. As we know that soap has this kind of structure, that is the hydrophilic and the hydrophobic part. So when I am going to do that, so you can say that they form a arrangement around the oil in such a way, like the hydrophilic part is just protecting the oil, that means it is shielding the oil, and by doing so what it is doing, it is just stabilizing the emulsion. So that means we can just use the emulsifier and we can just stabilize the emulsion, because they just try to shield the the hydrophobic part. So this is what is the emulsion and the emulsifier.